The horse has played a major part in the evolution of humans, helping them to create some of the greatest civilizations in the world. In contemporary society, the horse has a variety of purposes that range from its role in the ever-important cattle industry to the backyard leisure pony of the urban cowboy. Regardless of its use today, the horse is a species that is an integral part of the human-animal dyad.
The horse's natural habitat is grassy plains, and the gastrointestinal tract of the animal has evolved into its current structure because of its need to survive on grass and other roughages. The horse's thick, wide, vertically positioned teeth are a clear indication of the animal's need to grind down tough grasses and hay into a fine, fibrous material. Grasses are particularly high in structural carbohydrates, cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin, plant matter that can be fermented, but not readily digested by the animal. The horse is a post-gastric colonic fermenter, which means that the animal ferments its food in the colon.
After the horse takes a bite of feed, it chews and swallows it, sending it down the esophagus and into the stomach, where the food is broken down by pepsin. The food is then released into the small intestine, where enzymes are secreted for the digestion of more proteins, fats, and carbs. The small intestine absorbs these nutrients and also produces mucus in order to keep the food matter moving. The feed is then transported to the colon, which is where the water is absorbed and where the fermentation of cellulose and hemicellulose occurs. In fermentation, microbes break down these structural carbohydrates into ATP and expel volatile fatty acids, which the animal uses for energy. The protein from the dead bodies of the microbes themselves could be, but are not used by the animal as energy and leave the animal and its feces, commonly known as manure.
Horses are given varying amounts of carbohydrates, fats, minerals, and water depending on their physiological state. Most domesticated horses are fed a diet of grain, hay, and water. The grain in the diet provides the horse with energy in the form of carbohydrates. Many horse owners may choose to feed their horse grains in pellet form, creating a balanced diet for the horse. The inclusion of hay in the diet provides the horse with roughage, keeping the digestive tract moving, as well as providing the horse with the additional nutrients such as protein, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Hay is essential as it mimics the grazing behavior a horse would exhibit in its natural habitat. Hay has a greater amount of fiber than grain. However, determining which type of grain to feed largely depends on the type and quality of hay fed. Horses are fed flakes of hay, which is a section of hay that is cut to break off a larger bale, which is comprised of about 10 to 13 flakes.
Because the horse is a grazing animal, certain behavioral vices can arise from stabling them. Vices are negative behaviors that occur due to various causes, including, but not limited to, boredom, stress, fear, excessive energy, and nervousness. Behavioral vices are not only annoying to their owners, but can also be detrimental to the animal's health. One of these vices is pawing, another cribbing. Cribbing is the act of continuous biting onto a fixed surface and sucking in air with a loud grunting noise. Cribbing releases endorphins and is addictive. Eventually, the cribbing habit can become so severe that the horse will prefer cribbing to eating, resulting in nutrient deprivation, weight loss, gastric colic, excessive tooth wear, and poor performance.
Although the life of a stabled horse is quite different from its life in the wild, they are still very at home with their owners, who tend to love them like children and spoil them as such.